Hello, this is Smitty, and welcome to another Life of Video Game Collector. We are going to be stopping at the Pan America over in Ember Grove Heights, South St. Paul area. So stay tuned. Hello, this is Smitty, and I'm at Pan America, and I have a cart full of stuff. They have some really good deals, like these Wii Motion Plus controllers for $5. You can instantly trade those into GameStop for $10 cash. So I'm grabbing a couple of those since I don't need them. I have some 3DS games that I'm going to try to get them down a couple bucks in price. But there's some decent deals in here. Final Fantasy for $6. I might have that one, so I might put that one back. Deus Ex, I'm not sure about that one, but there's a couple games like Final Fantasy 3, Cold Steam for $1. Can't pass up $1 game. 25-cent Wii games that I think I need for the collection. So can't pass up 25-cent games. But the most important part is the Vita games that I found in here. I need Halo physically since I only have the digital code for that. $6, can't pass that up. But Shantae for $10, Gravity Rush for $16, and that's it. So those are extremely good deals, and especially if I get them to knock off a few bucks, cannot pass that up, so stay tuned. Smitty, and we just got out of Pan America, and I end up paying, hopefully this focuses, $74 for a pretty decent chunk of games. I mean, there were some cheapies in there, but he did hook it up with some discounts. I think I got about, let's see, about $7 off. Total, so that was a pretty good deal. And we are on our way to GameStop, and I'm going to sell those Wii controllers I just got for $10 a piece, so I will get $20 back. So in the end, the games will only cost me $50, so that's a pretty sweet deal, so stay tuned. Hello, this is Smitty and Katie Caitlin in the background. We are headed to Best Buy to pick up some more Switch games, and hopefully on our way to about a 45-minute drive to Menominee, Wisconsin to pick up a PS Vita and a handful of games for $80, so stay tuned. Hello, this is Smitty, and I am back at home, and I'm going to show off what I got for the last week. I'm hoping this is not going to be too long, so I'm going to try to fly through this because I got a lot of stuff. As I mentioned, I went to the pawn shop, and you guys seen the clip before. I was able to get 4 Wii games for 25 cents each. They're basically just filler for the collection. Rock Band 2 and 3, Just Dance, Summertime, and the original Just Dance. Again, those were for $0.25, so really couldn't pass them up because I need them for the collection. And those are games that actually might be played. Before that, actually, I'm going to pause the pawn shop ones. I did get a couple Switch games, Lost Sphere and Fire Emblem. Haven't gotten far at all into Fire Emblem, but I will at some point. Don't know when though. But back to the pawn shop ones. Was able to pick Deus Ex for $5. Couldn't pass that up. Trying to go for a complete Wii collection, or Wii U collection, so needed that, and that's actually a pretty good price. Next, I got Halo 5 for I think he gave it to me for $4. I needed the disc. I had the digital copy from when I bought the collector's edition, but I needed a physical copy, so add that to the collection. A 99-cent 3DS game. Not going to pass that up. Got this for, I believe he gave it to me for $11. Sega Classics Collection 3D. Something I've been looking at for a while. A pretty decent sized Sega fan, so this game I was looking at and get it for $11, can pass it up. Next two, he gave it to me for 13, so he only knocked off $1 from these two games. Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Rings of Fate. I had this one before. I don't know what happened to it, but I am glad to get it back into my collection with Final Fantasy 3 on the handheld. In the last two games, he gave me a pretty good discount for, I think total these two were for, I want to say 20. So I got Gravity Rush and then Shanti, half Genie, half Hero. The cool thing about it is I did get a couple of Wii modes, and I actually sold those right away for to GameStop since they're doing same cash. So I bought 2 Wii remotes for $10, sold them for 20. So I ended up making an extra $10 to add to knock that down. So I believe when all was said and done, I ended up paying about 44 bucks, I think. No, 54 bucks. So couldn't complain about that because yeah, it was 74, knock off 20, 54 math. But next, I made a trip into Wisconsin, and was not planning on picking this up, but it was about a 35-minute drive into Wisconsin. This lady had a Vita on sale with a couple games for $100, but because I traveled all the way to her, she knocked off $20. I actually talked her down to 90, and then she knocked off another $10 for me driving. So I got another OLED, really nice condition Vita, and it's actually 3.60. So I might trade this one because I know a lot of people still, even though you can hack up to 3.70, the 3.60 is still coveted, and I don't necessarily need another OLED. I just want another Vita so I can actually play my physical games and then keep my modded one modded. So yeah, $80. I will, and it came with an 8 gig memory, so those are going up in price all the time. It came with 4 games, like I said. 4 games were Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Universe in Parallel, Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, Declassified, and then PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which my daughter was playing when I was driving back home. Then after that, or even slightly before that technically, I did stop off at Best Buy to pick up some games. As of recording this, even though it will be released a little bit later, I picked up, these two came out this week, Guacamelee 1-2 Punch Collection, which has Guacamelee 1 and 2. I played 1 mostly, like, basically to completion when I worked for Geeky Universe, so that was a long time ago. I played it on the PC. It was actually a really fun game. And then Enter the Gungeon. Haven't played that yet, but picked those up brand new from Best Buy, and then decided to get Horizon Chase Turbo. It'd be nice to actually have a racing game on the Switch, so I added that. Toe Jam and Earl, couldn't say no to that because I missed the window for limited run. If it's available through Best Buy, most of the time I actually pick up the limited run through Best Buy. It's just easier that way, and then I don't have to pay for shipping. Next, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. This was down to $30, and then I just pulled the trigger on that. So those were most of my pickups, and then I came home today. I did order another game from Best Buy. It shipped to me because it wasn't available at my normal store, and I didn't want to drive, and I think it came from another store locally. But Yooka-Laylee, really excited to actually try this out. So maybe in a few weeks, I'm going to basically go through my backlog and start playing more games, especially since I have some things coming up, like I'm playing softball with some coworkers, as well as I'm going to Milwaukee with a couple coworkers, and just going to have some fun. So luckily I have some videos for the channel already set, but I'm going to try to go through some backlog, because a couple of my buddies have Switches too, so we might try to play some Mutant League football and stuff like that. But anyways, next, finally got Okami HD. I've been waiting for it to get to a pretty decent price. I think I paid $27 shipped to me from Japan. It took a little bit longer to get to me because, one, it's from Japan, and two, it was a cheaper price, so I was okay with that. I do have a English cover, which I will swap this out with and then put the other cover on the inside, mainly because I have a really weird thing where I need to see what the game is, even though I can kind of tell what game it is because it has HD and all that stuff, and I can tell maybe a little bit Capcom at the bottom, but I like to have my stuff kind of together, so I will swap that out. But last but not least, the last thing I picked up or got finally came. This was supposed to come to me about 3 months ago. It was delayed, which is fine. It's just disappointing because I wanted to actually bring this to Canada. Death Row to Canada. Really excited to actually play this game. Swarms of zombies and all that stuff, where it's kind of like Enter the Gungeon, but with zombies and just crazy crazy attacks that you can do. So really excited to add this to the collection. It came with the mini case, keychain case, so that's pretty cool. Add that to the collection. But yeah, got a lot of pickups this week, a lot more than I ever planned. And again, like, even though I keep on saying I'm going to slow down, like, I actually technically kind of have to slow down because there's a couple other bigger things in the near future I want to do, and plus I want to focus on the games I bought. So in the future, I'm not going to buy that many Switch games brand new. I'm going to wait until they get a little bit cheaper. I'm going to wait for deals and do what I typically do for collecting, as well as, even though I did pre-order Luigi's Mansion and Zelda Link's Awakening Steelbook. Other than that, I'm waiting. But let me know what you guys think. Comments below. Until next time, make sure you guys get your game on. Peace.